On Tuesday morning, it is June 3rd. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
And I'm Gus Rosendale. Michael has a boarding off. Adele watching an issue on the roads in Westchester County. But first, Maria, with the start of another great day.
Another beautiful day. We're getting that sunshine. You can already kind of feel that early summer preview with the temperatures that are comfortably cool. And how can it not be 6:30 and not have a beautiful view from Chopper 4? We appreciate you guys at Sky High and showing that sunshine already in through Midtown. A little bit of haze in the sky as well. I'll show you that in a bit, but let's talk numbers first. We're down to 39 in Monticello, so talk about cool. 50 in White Plains and Bridgeport. Islip here at 52 degrees. We've dipped to 43 in Califon and Newark right now at 56 with Central Park at 58. But there you go, Point Pleasant Beach, and that smoke in the sky from the Canadian wildfires evident there with that low-level haze, a little extra color to that sunrise this morning. Plenty of sun to go, though, and those temperatures are warmer than yesterday. We'll continue that the next few days. 77 at 1 o'clock, on our way up to 80 degrees. Humidity still in check, so it's comfortable. Beautiful evening, even through 10 o'clock, fair skies, and 68. All right, 6:31 right now. Adele, what's going on?
Oh, right now we are watching a crash that's just popped up here on the New York State Thruway northbound side over by exit 5 for Central Avenue. On the main roadway, you've got one lane closed off. The ramp to the main roadway is also blocked off there, so it's going to be a little tricky getting around. You're going to want to give yourself some extra time through there. Live look outside now onto the Gowanus Expressway. This is on the westbound side that you're seeing those flashing lights right by exit 23. Stalled car is still in the process of wrapping up, and you've got a solid ride heading back to the Prospect Expressway. Gus, back to you.
All right, Adele, thank you. New this morning.
And today, early voting gets underway for the New Jersey primary. Garden State voters will be trimming down a very crowded field in the race to replace Governor Phil Murphy. Today, New York's Romney Smith's in Jersey City to break it all down. Romney, good morning.
Darlene.
Intel security supervisor is expected on the stand at the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial. Prosecutors are expecting.
If you headed out the door.
Yeah, and for the kids, too, we're, of course, still winding down that school year. But off at the bus stop this morning, yes, 59 degrees, tons of sunshine. Beautiful outdoors for recess today, 75 degrees on our way up to 80. Make sure the kids are wearing the sunscreen, and we'll need the wet weather gear by the end of the week. Talk about the storm chances in the 10-day.
Thank you. And still ahead, New Jersey's.
He had on it.
It was.
I appreciate it. If you are heading out to the rails right now, your ACEDL Rockaway Park Shuttle and 42nd Street Shuttle have delays coming up in a few minutes. We're going to let you know what's going to slow you down on the roads. Let's take a peek out there right now onto the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. You're watching Today in New York.
We're going to have some real beach temperatures in the days ahead, Maria.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, we've gotten the sunshine, but it's not so much the warm temperatures right on the beach. I think I've got a couple of days of that, tracking storms as well. So a lot going on in the weather headlines, and we're going to get warmer today for sure. Not quite the muggy part of it. That comes later as we head closer to 90 by Thursday. And yes, it does stay dry through the end of the week for the most part. I'll show you that in a second. Let's get to today, though. Patchogue, 75 today. Smithtown, 77. We'll get to 81 in Newburgh. Close to 80 in Warwick and Middletown. Clifton, 81. We'll get close to 80 degrees at Central Park as well. Jackson, 81. And if you're heading to Six Flags today, it's Physics Day at Six Flags. So a lot of schools and kids going to take part in Physics Day at Six Flags. What better way to learn about physics than on a roller coaster or something like that? So much fun. I remember doing that back in high school. Back in my day. UV index is very high today at 9. So definitely wear the sunscreen if you're spending a couple hours outside. One thing, if you've already looked outside, you may notice a little bit of haze, that sort of orange color toward the horizon. That's some of that smoke from the Canadian wildfires, and our smoke forecast shows that that's going to continue today and into tomorrow. Now, so far, it hasn't really affected air quality in a really bad way, but we're monitoring that, so we'll keep you posted on that. On top of that, with the heat and humidity building, that may be an issue come Thursday as highs get close to 90 degrees. But you see where we're headed. It's not a long stretch of heat and humidity. In fact, by the weekend, we're back into the 70s, but that's also back to the chance for a few showers and thunderstorms. So once again, it does look like we're going to start the weekend at least with a chance for some showers and storms. I don't see a repeat of last weekend, but keep in mind any outdoor activity, especially during the afternoon. We'll watch the radar. 58 out the door right now, nice and low with the humidity, so it's a comfortable warm today, up to 80 degrees and a light south wind. We'll get down to 61 degrees overnight tonight, and then even warmer tomorrow, a little bit more humidity. We definitely feel it on Thursday. Thursday. Showers and storms possible later in the day and then into Saturday. Out on Sunday, you can see it dips our temperatures back into the 70s. Looks like a pretty quiet early week next week. All right, 6:47 now. Adele, what are you keeping an eye on?
Oh, we've got a few things going on. Some pretty heavy delays, though, here on the Gowanus Expressway. This is on the westbound side. Actually, you can see those flashing lights there. We've got a stalled car still in the process of getting cleared out. It is taking out the right lane, and you can see just all those headlights headed your way. Those delays are heading all the way back to about the Brooklyn Bridge at this point. It's looking like we have some sun glare out there as well, so you may want to pack those shades if you are heading out the door. Staten Island Expressway westbound by exit 5, West Shore Expressway. That crash has been pushed off to the shoulder, but now we have those eastbound delays as you make your way into the Verrazano Bridge, and a live look outside now onto the Grand Central Parkway. Slow go here if you are heading out to LaGuardia Airport. Darlene, Gus, back to you.
Okay, Adele. Well,
For streaming with us, it's Tuesday, June 3rd. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
and I'm Gus Rosendale in for Michael Gargiulo, who is off this week. Adele, of course, tracking the roads and the rails. I heard you use the phrase heats up. I think that's very fitting for the weather these days.
Yeah, it's what we've all been waiting for, from what I understand. Yeah, May was definitely kind of a downer with so much rainfall. Now we've got the sun and the heat, so we're kind of skipping over June in many regards. It's going to feel more like July. You get a little bit of that smoky haze to the sky out there too, but so far so good as far as air quality. I'll be keeping an eye on that. Otherwise, pleasantly cool out there this morning and clear. We've got 60 at Central Park this morning, 56 in White Plains, a little bit chillier north and west, where we've started off in the low 40s, but that sun's going to get to work very quickly. We have 77 degrees by 1 o'clock, on our way up to a high of 80. Again, humidity stays in check, so it's a comfortable warmth today. Fair skies this evening. If you're going to be out and about, even through 10 o'clock, still in the upper 60s near 70 degrees, and then we'll dip into the low 60s with clear skies heading into tomorrow morning. All right, already a lot of headaches, a lot of slowdowns, delays, Adele.
Yeah, delays and actually suspensions too. It's not going to be easy getting around this morning in New Jersey here, and actually heading out of the city as well. Path trains, your Journal Square to 33rd Street and Hoboken to 33rd Street completely suspended at this point. We're obviously keeping a very close eye on it. We'll let you know when that all clears out. On top of that, New Jersey Transit Northeast Corridor, you can expect to see delays and service changes, and your subways, B, D, N, L, A, C, E, Rockaway Park Shuttle and 42nd Street Shuttle. You can expect to see delays there as well. Darlene, Gus, back to you.
Thank you, Adele.
Tri-state area today, Maria.
Yes, off to a great start. We're going to finish great too with temperatures that are going to be comfortably mild. But from Brooklyn and Queens, there's 60 degrees, low 50s. Staten Island, the Bronx right now, winds are calm and no need for the umbrella, at least for a couple of days. I am still tracking the stormy weather to catch up with us by late in the week, and yes, even for Saturday still. So timing out that for you coming up in the 10-day.
Also still to come, preps underway.
A quick reminder here in New Jersey, 80 both ways, right by exit 34. Still seeing that long-term construction. 2 lanes remain closed both ways. Coming up in a few minutes, though, we've got an update for you on those rail suspensions. Here's a live look outside right now onto the Belt Parkway on that approach to JFK Airport. You're watching Today in New York.
NYC Pride is getting ready for its traditional march at the end of the month.
But organizers say this year's theme shows why pride is important every day of the year. Held the last Sunday of June when those temperatures are starting to rise up. Though this June, they're making an early arrival.
They are.
Yeah, absolutely feeling more like the peak of summer at times this week, where we're heading towards 90 degrees. Certainly sort of looking the part right now from EarthCam, although it's still comfortable when it comes to humidity. But we'll add to it each day as we get close to 90 by Thursday. That is the peak. After that, talking about some storms that'll wrap up the week. Just keep in mind that even with the haze and the comfortable warmth today, we are at that very high UV index. So make sure if you're spending any amount of time outside in that sunshine, and there'll be tons of it, you want to make sure you've got this strong sunscreen on. 75 degrees by 12 o'clock. Again, that comfortably humid. You're going to want to be outside. Enjoy this because it does get stickier as we head toward Thursday. 75 degrees through 6 p.m. after a high today up near 80 degrees, and just a beautiful evening. Nice and quiet, temperatures in the mid and upper 60s. You saw that picture from EarthCam, and already still that orangey haze, a low to the the horizon. That's some of that smoke from the Canadian wildfires that we'll be tracking not just today, but into tomorrow. And so far, not really impacting air quality, at least not significantly. That it's we've got to talk about it just yet, but we'll be watching that and see if that is an issue over the next few days. We are looking at some of the rain showers keeping us definitely unsettled by late Friday into Saturday. So if you are keeping track, yes, it's another Saturday. We'll be watching the radar, but I'm not seeing a repeat of last weekend. So this is not going to be this giant area of low pressure keeping us wet and stormy most of the day on Saturday into Sunday. It does look like a boundary with some showers and storms moving on through. So don't cancel any outdoor plans, but we'll be watching that too. 80 degrees this afternoon, wall-to-wall sunshine, sunset at 8:22, and then fair skies tonight down to 61 degrees. Even warmer tomorrow and a little bit more of that mugginess moving in, 82 degrees, but it's the heat and humidity combination we'll really start to feel by Thursday. Friday, showers and storms, still mild, 84 degrees before we dip back into the 70s this weekend. Again, Sunday still faring better than Saturday as far as storm chances go here, and then we clear it out with some sunshine late in the weekend. It looks pretty quiet early next week, high staying in the 70s. All right, 7:19. If you're streaming live, Adele, what's going on?
Well, we do have some updates. A bit of relief here for anyone heading out to the PATH trains. Service has resumed. We were seeing some suspensions there with your Journal Square to 33rd Street and Hoboken to 33rd Street because of fire department activity. That's all cleared out. However, your New Jersey Transit Northeast Corridor, you do have service changes, and Morrison Essex line, you can expect to see about 10-minute delays throughout the day. This is all because of necessary long-term track work. Heading out to your rails, your B, D, N, Q, and L trains, your subways specifically here, you can expect to see delays. And if you are going to be heading out to JFK Airport, you've got that long-term construction around the terminals. Give yourself extra time. Alternate side is suspended for today. Darlene, Gus, back to you.
Thank you. Air quality. Let's start with temperatures. A little cool in spots for sure. We've got Montgomery at 41 degrees. Danbury, you're at 44. So is Newtown, Redding Ridge close to that. Armonk at 46. And we head over to West Orange, 49 there. Morristown at 45 degrees. Belrose, 50 degrees. And Ozone Park coming in at 55. So maybe a light jacket if you're going to be out for a few hours, because already by later this morning, we'll be in the low 70s. So definitely think layers. By 1 o'clock, 77 degrees. On our way up to 80. You can see wall-to-wall sunshine. Fair skies, clear and dry through this evening. Lovely here too. By 10 p.m. still close to 70 degrees, and we'll dip into the low 60s by tomorrow morning. All right, 6:01 right now. Adele, how are things looking out there?
Very slow right now in New Jersey on 280 eastbound. We've got a crash that's just popped up over by exit 15, so that's heading into Route 21. Pretty busy exit as it is, so as you can imagine, those delays are not going to be easy getting around. Right now, they are trickling back just past exit 14. We're going to keep you posted on that. And then a live look outside here onto the inbound approach to the Lincoln Tunnel. Still delay free through here, but not delay free on the Staten Island Expressway. Still seeing that crash westbound by exit 5. Darlene, back to you.
Thanks so much. 6:01 right now. Today, community advocates head to court amid the ongoing battle over allowing ICE agents on Rikers Island. This comes as the city takes action to support the high school student who was detained at an immigration hearing last month. Today, New York's Tracy Strayhan's in Lower